having our day 9 session, Python day 9 session. And you remember in the last session, we had took on how exactly the strings works in Python, right? So we had understood what exactly the character is all about, right? And also we have seen many of the functions, right? We executed all these functions. So all these functions, right, it plays a very vital role. Like for example, join, center, zfill, boolean, strip, split and strip we need to learn today. And also we'll be learning on today module. So what I thought, instead of going to the if condition, conditional statements or for loop, right, let me first complete the module part so that you'll get an understanding about how exactly the modules works in a Python actually. So this is very important, guys. We have to learn, all of us have to learn the modules actually. So what we are going to do today, we will continue with our string operation only because in the last session, if you remember, I had told that there are some other topics are there like strip and split and many other indexing is there, count is there, which I have to take. Even the find is also there, which I need to cover in today's session. So I will cover that and then I will start the models part. So in another 15, 20 to 20 minutes, I'll be completing the Python string operations functions. Then we will start with a new topic, which is the models topic. Is it fine, guys, for you all? Okay, good. Now what we are going to start, we will be continuing with the Python string operation itself. Python string continue. So in that we'll be learning about what is a strip and what is a split operations actually on strings. Okay. Now, for example, for doing that, let us do one thing. Let us go with our terminal where we have launched, right, the Linux machine. We have installed the Python also. So let me go to the Python terminal. So if I say Python 3, I'll get into the Python terminal. So this is nothing but your Python terminal. Now, to make you understand what exactly this strip and split operations are, I'll do one thing. I'll define one variable x is equal to, I'll just say some string like Python. Okay. And if I do a print of x, you know very well that it will print the whole string actually Python, right? Now, for example, suppose you have the same variable like x is equal to, you have the open code, but assume that you are given a space like this, Python, right? And you have closed it. It means that before the string, there is a space actually. Now, if you try to enter and if you do a print of x, so print of x, what it will do? It will print along with the space also. But you say that, Rajesh, I don't want this even though I added mistakenly this space, but while printing or while doing operation on the string, I don't want this space to be considered. I want to just ignore this space actually. Then what you're going to do, guys, you are going to use the strip operation, strip function actually. The strip function you'll be using. How you'll use it? See it here. So use a print x is a variable, right? Strip. See guys, see, if you print normal way, print x, see, it will print along the space. But if you're using print x of, if you're using a one second, if you're using a strip function, see, it is stripping the space. So wherever the space is there, right, it is just ignoring that space. It means that it is just ignore the space and it is printing. Just a second. Clear? Okay. Now, next example. Like for example, if you say something like you say, Rajesh, you have a x is equal to, let me do one thing. Let me again use this Python this time. Okay. And if you say print of x dot of strip. Okay. You say that, Rajesh, I want to strip the p from that entire string. It means that you don't want this p character within that word. So it means that you can even strip the any kind of a character. Not only the space. Here the space is getting ignored. It means that it will defract the space actually. But here what happened, right? You don't have that space issue, but you want some character to be removed. Right. So here it says that the beginning character is p. So you are removing the p character. and say enter. See what happened, man? Is equal to Python print of x dot correct? No, strip of p. It should remove that p actually. Oh man, sorry. I should use Python capital P, right? Sorry, capital P Python. See now it is removed. Clear? So now what you will do? You will do print of x dot of strip of if the last character is n actually. So we can remove that n. Okay, let us you say if Subra say that Rajesh, can we remove the t from it? Let's see whether it will remove it or not. T, right? It will not remove. So what the script will do? Script will do either from the left hand side the last character or from the right hand side the last character. It will remove. It cannot remove anything in between here. That is one thing with when it comes to scripts. So you even have a function like R strip means right strips, L strips means left hand strip, left strips, strips like that also you have actually. Suppose for example, if I say x is equal to same thing, same variable I'm using, I'll just say Python scripting is something easy like this. I'm using it. Now if you say print of x dot of strip of what I can take, guys, can I take the word easy? So the last word is been removed. Now the same thing, if I say, sir, can I remove the is actually? The strip is not removed. It doesn't work out in between words. Only the last end. Can you remove the Python from here? Yeah, you can remove it actually. What is that? See, correct. So, so that's what you are able to remove it actually. Right. You can use either the strip R strip. Suppose you could see that actually this is under the right side, this is on the left side. So I can even use the same thing. I'll again define the print x is equal to Python is easy. Now you see print of x of if I use something like a R strip, right hand strip actually. See, uh, left side. Yeah, sorry, left side. If you're saying left side, so the whole Python will get error. If you're doing a right side, right, if you're doing no, what it'll do, it'll remove the last character of that letter. Here, y is removed actually. Because in this pattern, it is looking for y. So here y is there, it'll remove that y character. Like that. So strip is basically used to remove the space, or else you want to strip off some words, the ending words, either the left side or the right side ending words, then you use the strip function actually. Correct? Is it clear, guys? Now, good. Now, apart from that, next what we have something known as a split actually. What basically split will do, split will split the word. Suppose, for example, if you take an example of x is equal to something, same thing, I will use a Python is easy. I'm using this. Now, if I say x of dot of split function, see, it will split the whole string into an array actually. This is something like array, or we call it a list actually. See, it is splitting it. The whole word is split into the array of the list actually. Okay. If I say, Rajesh, I want to only split the is actually. So you could see that x dot of splitter of is like this. See, so it means that it will bifurcate that is and the remaining one it is getting printed here. So this is a very useful function whenever we are doing a lot of string computation, right? Or the file computation, you are reading something from the file. You want to do computing, then this strip was split. These functions, join, everything, center. These are all heavily used actually. Sorry. Is it clear? Or else you could say that one more example I'll take to just to explain in a better way, like something Python is easy and it is what I say very something popular. Something. if you do a x dot split off, you could see that there is a is word here is also there, is here is also, it is also there. Now let's see how it works. See, is, see how it is splitting. What happened, man? Split off. Oh, sorry. I use this extra parenthesis. Yes. Now it's see. So wherever is there, right? It has discarded that, and the other things in the whole string, right? That has been printed as an array actually. Clear? So this is how the split works. Apart from this, what are the other things you have in your string operations? You have something as a count, you have something as the index, as well as even you are having a find. So these are all the functions or operations on the string actually, right? To explain a better way what exactly the count is, let us go with the example. So I'll clear the screen. So I'll just say x is equal to same thing. I'll just say Python is easy and it is very popular, something, right? If I say x of count of, uh, there's a is there, but is twice actually. One time is there, two time is there, right? So I want to count how many number of is are there in the whole string actually, or in the whole sentence, right? Or in the whole string, how many number of is there? So you can use a count. Oh, it says that there are two is there, right? Similarly, if I say x of count of, I want to see the count of how many p's are there, small p's are there, or capital p's are there. So if I give a p, see, there are two p's are there. Here is one p, here is one p, but this p is not considered because this is in uppercase. Similarly, if I do a x count of, so I'm using the capital P. See, only one is there because this the starting character starts with a P only. Okay, so that's how count is heavily used actually. Okay, for example, we have easy. You know very well that now you do a x of count of easy, EASY. Just check how many is words are there. Just only one is there that is getting printed. Correct. So similarly, now we have something as an index actually. Index is nothing but it will give you the position, in which position it is there. For example, here you know that the P is the capital P, but it is in a zeroth position, right? It is zeroth position. If I say x dot of index of capital P or capital P, see, it is in a zeroth index. It means that the P is it is falling under the zeroth index value. Similarly, if you say n, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is there. So if I say x of index of n, see, it shows a 5. It means that it is in a fifth position. Okay. So you say that Rajesh, the n is in a fifth position. Is there any n is there here up to here? No, it is not there. Okay. We have O. O is there here. O is basically it's in a fourth position. After the fourth position, is there any O is there? Oh, here is there. So let me try to print all the O's which are after this first O. So how to do it? I'll just say X index firstly of O. Oh, it says that it is in a fourth index position. Good. Now you say that Rajesh, if we do a index of X of index of O, and O is in a fourth position. After fifth, I want to see what are where exactly where is again one more O is there. Oh, it says that it is in a 31st index value. The O is there actually. Okay. After 35th means after 31, like 32. After 31, 32. Is there any O is there after 31? This is a 32. Is there O is there? Oh, nothing is there. It will not print anything. So it means that there is no O after this. This is the last O. Clear? Is it clear, guys? I hope you are understanding whatever I'm saying. Correct? So this index also plays a very vital role because, right, we will be using this indexing heavily in our Python string operations actually. Correct? So whenever you know that we are trying to try to find index of the O after the 31st, 32 from here, Oh, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Oh, there is any O is there in between? No, there is no O. So it will fail. Or else, for example, if I do that, so I'm redefining the X again. Now you could see that after the popular, I will again add one more O here, right? Now I will say that, see, after the 32, is there any there? Oh, O is there. Oh, that is on 37th. So this will be on 37th index value. So after the 31st, the 32 I'm seeing 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Oh, in 37th, the O is there. Oh, superb. So that is it. So indexing, as I said, it will play a very vital role during the operation. Okay, fine, good. Now, what is the next? Apart from that, you have a find operation. Okay, how you can do a find operation? For example, in the same, if I say x dot of find of p, so it will say that it's in a zeroth position. Okay, good. After P, okay, or I will say, Rajesh, I will just say I. I is in a which position, sir? Find I. Oh, it's in a seventh position. Okay. After seven means eight. What are the other things? Where is the other I is there? After seven means eight. After eight, where is there? Oh, it's in a 19th position, sir. Right. So here on I is there. Here on I is there. After 19th, I want to search on from the 20th. From 20th, is there an I is there? Yeah, it is there, sir. This I is also there now. Oh, after 20th, like 21st, is there any I is there still yet? No. Okay, 22nd is also there. After 22nd, I will just say after 22nd, after 22nd, not sorry, after 23rd. Is there any O is there? Nothing is there, sir. So like this way, find command is also same thing like an index only. It will give you the index value or it will give you the position of that particular character, in which index value or in which position it is been placed. So this also plays a very vital role in your day-to-day activity while working on Python. So through the find, you will try to find a particular string or a pattern, because whenever you are computing some big file and you are trying to read some characters or the lines in the file, and you want to find out some particular pattern. So find is used heavily there actually. Instead of index, I could see that people are using find a lot actually. Clear? So similarly, if I say that, sir, find Z, is Z is there anywhere? No, it is not there. No, -1, it is not there. So that's the reason it is just returning it. See, this find also I can use in your programming, like how I use. For example, assume that in one machine you have installed some Java version, like Java 1.6 or Java 1.8 is installed. So now how I will do, Java underscore version is equal to. So this is the variable actually. It always have this string Java version is Java version is 1.6 like this. Assume that this is a variable which holds this whole string. Java version is 1.6. Now, if I say that Rajesh, Java underscore version, find in this variable, whatever the value I have no, find is there any string by name Java inside it? Yeah, it is there. It's in a zeroth position only. Oh, it means that this string is there. Assume that you are getting some error, some output of some output like Java underscore version. Instead of Java version is there something like you are having something like a error while creating some error while finding, like that. This error will come. Assume that. Now you will say that Rajesh, Java underscore version of find dot of find. You're finding, is there any Java Java string is there within this line? Okay, so what I'm doing that I'm searching for the Java word. See, it is not there. It returns a -1. Oh, it means that the whole find has failed actually. It has not found the word Java within the string. So what happened in the programming when you're coding, right? This will be heavily used because you are searching for some particular word or a pattern. If this pattern is there, oh, it means that it is success. It means that Java is installed in a machine. If it is not finding this word Java within this variable, right? Java underscore version, it means that the Java is not installed. So if the Java is not installed, what you need to take further action? Okay, I need to install it. So you will call one more subroutine or function where it will try to install the Java in your system. So first you are finding it out whether the Java is installed or not by executing some condition. In that we are calling this find command or the find function. Based on the result value, you will take an appropriate action, what you have to do, like that. So that's what this find is used a lot in your Python string operations. Is it clear till here, guys? Any doubts you have? No. Good. Now, what is the next topic? This is what we have covered the string. The next important topic is nothing but we need to understand about the introduction, or I'll be saying as a introduction to models. We need to learn how exactly the model works in the Python. So models plays a very vital role, right? So the question comes, what is a model, or what is a model in Python? So how I can say that a model could be a file, it could be a Python script, or it could be some kind of a subroutine, it could be a variable, right? Where what happened, right? Or it could be a statement where it contains some Python functions, or it contains some classes of variable where you will be keep using it actually in your program. So what is a model means? A model is a file containing Python definitions and statements. We say. So that means model containing Python functions, I can say even classes and variables. So always the Python model contains the functions, classes, and the variables. Okay. So in our day-to-day activity, in everyday day-to-day activity, in every days, in everyday day-to-day, everyday day-to-day activities in Python, we are heavily depends on Python modules. Without Python modules, you cannot do any kind of an operation into the Python. You have to use the Python modules. Modules plays a very vital role, right? So what is the use of the model then? So why we are using, what is the use of the model, or why we need to use the models? The question comes. So you say that reusability of the code. That's the biggest uh, 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 that's the best answer you can say is that reusability of the code you can use, right? How to do it? Like, for example, I'll just give an example for you guys. See here, let me do thing. Let me exit out from the Python shell. Okay. Now, I am in Python string. Shall I do an mkdir models? Yeah. I'll create on separate directory models. Good. I'll get inside the models directory. So I'll do one thing, guys. I will try to create one Python script by name something, my model.py, something. This is the Python model. And then what I will do now, I will have one variable actually, something like my underscore something. You can give my value is equal to, you will use some big integer number, something like 4, 5, something big number like this. See, this is something big number. Now the question comes, Rajesh, I want to use this variable my value in my Python script. I want to use it heavily, and it is not like that. I'll be using this one time. I'll be using the same variable in many multiple Python files. There are many Python files are there, programs are there, where I'll be constantly referring to this value, my value, and you could see that it is having a very big number. How you say that, okay, man, you do one thing in the same file, you try to use the same thing. No. So usually what happened, right? If you're defining a variable my value in that file, which our Python script is there, and if you're defining, you might miss a chance or to add some, you might miss something here, or you might do some mistake actually while writing void, because this is a very big number, no? 5, 4, 6, 4, 5, 6, 6, 4, 5, 7, 6. It's a very big number. You cannot keep repeating the same thing again, wherever you want to use in your Python script. You cannot make it out, or you cannot define it again, right? So what you will do that, you will say that, okay, do one thing, man, make it as a model and just call this value. That's all. You can use this. You need not to type it again, all these things. Only one time you need to define in a model and call that model or import that model in your wherever you are calling that variable my value. So wherever you are calling that my value, no, that this whole big string, no, it will not string integer value, it will get replaced there. So that is the simplest way. So what it says that Python models are basically used for reusability of the code. So it means that there are many chances are there where you will be, defining some variables or functions and all. You'll be repeatedly calling, so that like use that variables or the functions or the data value or the fixed variable you want to use. Then we will get or we will tend to go for Python models actually. Okay. So here in this case, I have defined my value. Let me do thing. Let me save this file. So I have a model by name my model. So that has this string. My name, my value is equal to some big number. Good. Now what I will do that I will write one script, something like first underscore Python or first script dot py, something. So this is my script, and you will say that this is my Python script, and you will say that Rajesh, I want to use that variable value by name my value in my Python script, or I want to call that value, or I want to use that value. Then first, guys, what you have to do that you have to just say import. What is the model name? My model, correct? My model. That is a model, right? That is a file, right? My model. You need not to give the complete .py also. Just say model name. That's all. Here then, see, you're importing that model, and then you're just saying print of what is it, sir? Print of my model of what is that value? My underscore value. See, and save this file. Save this file. Now, if you run the command Python 3 first script.py, see, you are able to print it. See, in your first script.py, you are just using that variable. Where you are defined it, you are not defined anywhere, no. But how you're able to print this, because you are importing that my model. So in the present working directory, you are having two files. What is that? My model.py and first script.py. My model.py is just to define it. So here my model.py, it acts like a model. So in the model, what happened, right? You will be implementing functions, you'll be implementing variables, you'll be declaring some value, fixed value, right? Like that, if you want to make use of in your program or in your Python, it means that you need to basically import it. So here, what happened, right? Here, when I'm doing an import, actually, when I'm doing an import, I'm just saying import my model. So Python is so clever that it is going to check in the present working directory only. Is there any model by name? Is there any my model.py? Is already this file exist or not? Yes, it exists. So if tomorrow Subrat or Ravindra asks that, Rajesh, I don't know, I don't have this file in this path, man. It is there in some other path. How I can import from that particular path? You can do it. I will tell you later how to do that actually. But the file can be anywhere. The my model.py, this can be anywhere. But if you are kept in a present directory, you can just directly say import like this, whatever you have did right in the first underscore script dot import and specify the name of the model. Don't give the .py extension. Just give the model. Now there is so what happened? No, there are a lot of models are there, man. So there are a lot of models. So you can categorize the model into inbuilt models and third-party models. So types of models, types of models. So there are something known as a inbuilt models, and we call as a, and second is a third-party models. So we have different types of models actually, inbuilt model and uh, third-party models. Inbuilt model are those models which are already been installed. It means that when you have installed the Python, no, along with the Python, there are many basic models are there, guys, that will get installed. There are a lot of models are there. I will show you like how to display the models which are already there in your system. So how to do that? If you go to the Python 3, if you're going for the Python shell, here if you say help and just say modules. Here, wait for a moment when I gather. See, it will try to display all. See, these are all the inbuilt models. These are already been installed in your system. It means that while installing the Python itself, all these models are installed. Can you see a model by name math actually? M-A-T-H. Can you search M-A-T-H? Can you see there's a math model is there? Okay, good. Now you say that, Rajesh, how I can use this model math? I want to use this model math. Okay. What are the functions are there which this math model provides? You know that in your maths actually you have a pi value, no? 3.147 some big. You will say that, Rajesh, I want to print this pi value from the math model. Okay. So how we are going to do that? Come over here. Go exit out from this terminal. go to your py model py something, py dot py or math py something py.py. This is what you are writing on Python. Okay, script. Now you know that whenever I want to call some function, you have to first you have to first import the model. So what you'll say, import math model. Okay, good. After that, what you're doing, Rajesh, we print of what is this model? Is a math dot of py. Okay, and then say save this file. So if you do a Python 3 math hyphen py, can you see that you are able to print this py value 3.1.4? So how we are using, guys? You are just trying to import that math module. Math module is already installed it in your system. You need not to worry it actually, right? So how you find it out? Which are all the models which are there? You have to go. You have to go to the Python terminal. Let me do one thing, guys. Let me have one more duplicate terminal so that I need not to do it again. So I got it here. Where I was, I'll into the models. Good. Here, what I'll do, right? I will try to go to the Python 3, right? You are into the Python shell now. Now here you have to execute a command help modules. This is what you need to give it actually. Like this. So this help function will display all the models which are there in your system. It means that all these models are inbuilt. It means that it has been already installed when you have installed the Python. Clear? So is there any something like a CSV? It means that suppose tomorrow you want to do some operation onto the Excel sheet. You want to open the Excel sheet. You want to add some tabular. You want to remove. You want to do some operation onto the Excel sheet actually. Do you have any CSV model? CSV. See, here the model is there. Okay, fine. Can I use this, Rajesh, in your? Yeah, you can use it, man. No problem. Now, now the next question comes to you that, okay, Rajesh, you try to display the the pi value. How you try to display it? Okay, you went into that, you wrote on script math hyphen py. First, you imported this math, and then you printed it with the math dot of pi. Okay, means is this pi is a function within your math model? Yes, it could be a function or it could be just a simple variable also. It could be anything. It could be a function or it could be a variable, but this has already been defined in the math module. Math model is already there actually. Okay, fine. Now you will say that, Rajesh, I want to display what are the functions or what are the variables which are already there in the math model. I want to know, understand. Okay. So in that case, what you will do, guys, you will come over here. You are in your Python shell. What you will do, you just say dir of math. See, what is it? First you first you have to import it, import math. Sorry, and then you do a dir of math actually. See, guys, it will show you that these are all the functions which are there within your math model. If you watch it carefully, there are some functions or variables are there. We start the underscore doc, underscore loaders. So these are all the functions which are exposed by your math module. These are basically used for the documentation purpose. We need not to worry now. Okay, I will be telling you about all this detail later in some other session where, but I so right now wherever I'm using sorry, wherever I'm using a double, double underscore, right? This basically these functions are used for some kind of a documentation purpose. So you can just discard these things and you can see other functions like a cos h, a sin. Can you see there is something like a pi? Yeah, see pi. So I'm able to print that pi. So how I did first, I did import math, then I did a print of math dot py. So whatever the value it is there, right? That it has got printed. Is it clear, guys? So that's what you are in the command line. See, here you can print. You already imported it. If I do maths dot of pi here only, see, I'm able to print the value of the pi. Right? Now you say that, Rajesh, I want the documentation of this math module only. Okay, fine. You displayed all the functions are there, but I need a kind of a manual page information or man information I need, or I need a manual documentation of each and every model. So in that way, guys, you can use the help function only. You can just say help of math like this and say enter. You could see that. So it provides a nice documentation for you. See, these are all help built-in math model. It says that what this math does. So this model provides access to mathematical functions are defined by the C standard. And these are all the functions are the A cos is there. How to use it? What you need to pass the parameter that also they have given it actually. So what you have to do as a beginner Python learner, if you are learning Python, it is always better for that each and every model you need to go with the manual page. You have to go to the manual page, understand what are the functions which are provided by this math model, how to use it, and what is the return value. This is what, guys, this is a stepping stone for all of us to learn Python very well. That first you need to hit the target on learning how what these models are, how many models are there. If you ask me very specific, there are more than 4,000 models are there in the Python. All kind of models are there. So we can't learn that much. Whatever the day-to-day activity which we do use, in our work, wherever we need to do some automation, where we need some few models, whatever is required for our automation, right? Only that much of model only you'll be learning. It is not like that all 4,000 or 5,000 model you can learn. We cannot learn in a whole life. But whichever the most used models are there, right? That should always, you should keep in your mind, or it will always by default will come when you start practicing Python, or when you start working on some project, when you start writing code, automatically you will get to know all the model name and what is the function it has exposed, how it is, that everything will get to know. It will take some time, but you can learn it actually. Now, if you come down, these are all the function, guys, and this will give you that what is the parameter you need to sorry, what is the parameter you need to pass and what is the return value of the function. See, if you come down here, okay, okay, Rajesh, I understood that there are functions are there. Okay, apart from the functions, what are the, is there any variables are there? Okay, come down. Let's see any variable or any variable which has been defined. Data value is there, sir. See, PI. It's already there, 3.145. See, that's how it is getting printed. What is a tau? Tau. So 6.2. If you say math of tau, it will print this. Math of E, it will print this actually. Exponential. 2.7.18, like that. Right? So if you say print of, what is it, sir? Math of E. See, it will print it like this. So here in the documentation part, you could see that somewhere there are many functions are there. You need to understand, okay, this function is something like you need to pass some parameter. Then only this function will work. Because that when you pass some appropriate parameter, then this function will work. This function will return some value. Oh, you need to understand, okay, Singer, okay, when I am using some math function, I know that what kind of parameter I need to pass for it. That you should be aware of it, right? Once you start working or once you start using it, you'll get to know. And also you will know that there are some permanent static variable values are also there that is fixed. Like for example, here, if you come downwards in the documentation part, see there's a data value, data part is also there, which is something like a constant fixed value. You cannot change this value, guys. You can only directly use these values in your work actually, or in your Python programs. Right. So always whenever you go through the documentation of each and every model, at the end you'll see that these sections will always be there. So you will get to know that what that particular model does and why we have this constant value, fixed value, or the constant value also, you will get to know about that. Okay. But most of the time, 90% of all the models, right, they have only exposed the functions. It means that you will be using that function. So this is what, by using these functions and all, no, you can able to reuse the code effectively. That's what models are heavily used. Why? Because that it gives an advantage of reusability of the code. You need not to reinvent the function again. Somebody has already written a function and he has exposed to a model. You need to just import that model and use that function for your requirement or for your purpose. Is it clear, guys? Right? For example, if you go one more example, like for example, if you go, I'll do one thing. I am there is something or the is there any other thing, sir? Factorial is there. Now, you know that for the factorial, you need to always pass some value. Okay. How to do that? I'll just say, Rajesh, I'll just say math of factorial. Do one thing, guys. I will not pass anything. Let's see how it behaves. See, it will throw error. It means that factorial takes exactly one argument. You need to pass inside some argument you need to pass. So what you'll do, you'll just say math of, okay, he's saying that, oh, math of something like factorial of 4. See, it'll give the value. Factorial of 5. See, it means that it expects some value to be passed actually. Otherwise, if you're not passing it, see, Python will throw an error on to you. saying that this is what this way doesn't work out. This factor expect at least one parameter to be passed because it has to give the factorial of the value, whatever pass, right? That you have to always pass it, right? If you don't pass it, the Python will throw error actually. Clear, guys? Good. Now, if you see the, as I said earlier, right? If you see the CSV actually, CSV basically that is a model which is used to do an operation onto the Excel actually. So let me check if CSV is there or not. If I say DRV of CSV, let me see if it's there or not. Oh, it says that CSV is not defined. It means that that model itself is not there. So if you try to learn, if you try to understand that whether in this model section, whether the CSV is also available. So if you try to check or verify, right, that model is actually not there, guys. It is not been installed. Hence, you cannot use any kind of a CSV models. So you need to install it actually. You need to install it actually. So even if I try to do something similarly, I'll just say import CSV. Let's check whether it's simply importing it actually. If I do a dir of CSV, oh, it's there, man, actually. Oh, it's already there. If you search it, you'll get it. This is already there. Somewhere sorry, here it is there, man. Sorry, I'm very sorry. CSV is there. So you need to first import it and then do a dir of CSV. So it will expose all the functions, whatever it is there as a part of the CSV model. Or else, guys, what is the best, always that your Google is your best friend actually. So what you have to do that, you can go to the Google and you can just say how to work with the uh, what I can say, how to work with the Excel sheet using Python models. It's already showing Python models. So if you go through it, you can open some links actually. So Python resource for working with Excel. Okay, there is something the Excel automation using OpenPX. Okay, I don't know. Working with Excel sheet Python. Okay, any other thing, guys? So, okay, let me go to some few links actually. What he says that actually, he said that you have to use this model. You have to use this model. XLRs right, PLX are right, like that. He's saying actually. But to be very specific, actually, there is some model by name XLWT, if I'm not wrong. Let me check if that is there or not. XLWT, or it could be a very old Open PyXL. This is there. This could be the model actually. So to install it model, he could see that he is using a pip3 install Open PyXL because mine is a Python 3, right? I have to use the pip3. Okay, let me check if there is anything is there. Okay, he's using, guys, Open PyXL is using, not Excel WT. There's one more there, Excel WT, Excel RD. Those were Python models were there actually, which earlier they were using those models for doing any operation onto the Excel sheet. Now I think it has been changed, guys. So they are using this model. See, they are importing that model, right? Now if I say import of what is it, that model name? Open PyXL. Okay, Open Excel something. See, guys. So it throws error saying that that model is not there. Even if you go to the help, you know very well that if you go to the help and if you say models like this, it will definitely, you will not be able to get this model. Open PyXL. See, Open PyXL. Where is O? Open PyXL. O. It's not there, guys. Basically, it's not there. That's what it is throwing error. If you run this import page, right? If it throws error, it means that that model is not there. So there is one more model there, XWWT, XLWT, or XLRD. I want to. That is also the functions which are used for doing some operation onto the Excel sheet. So now you say that, Rajesh, I want to do an installation of that actually. How to do it, guys? You can. I'll go to this other terminal. I'll go to this other terminal. Okay, I will do one thing. I will let me check if I do a pip3 is there. Pip3 is not there, sir, because this is a Ubuntu machine. So let me know how to install pip3 in Ubuntu. Like that, I will give you Ubuntu 20.02. So you will get some articles. Go to the article. Try to install the pip3 model actually. So sudo apt update, sudo apt pip3 is there, but I want to just install the pip3. How to do it? Uh, pip3-help pip3 install. Okay, pip3 is okay. So any other link? Phoenix to pip3. So I need a command to install it actually. So sudo app install Python pip3. So this is fine. Okay. So Python to pip3. Here is pip3 guys. Pip3 sudo apt update. So he's giving sudo apt update is giving, this is a command is giving. So let me run this command. Here, come over here. Not sorry, here, not here. Go to the other terminal. So just run this command first. Sudo apt update. So the sudo apt update is going on because that's a Ubuntu Linux, right? So I have to install these commands. So apt is a command which is used to install the packages actually. Sudo apt install Python 3-pip actually, I will say -y. So it is getting installed. Pip3 is getting installed. Okay. Okay, it is installed, guys. So I need to install the XLWT or whatever the module it says that. Suppose I want to, as per the documentation here, if I go it, I want to install this OpenPyXL actually. So I can just copy it like this, come over here, not here, here in this. So I can just say pip3 install and specify that module name, OpenPyXL. See, it will install the OpenPyXL. See, it is downloading and it is installing. See, successfully installed the OpenPy. Similarly, you can even install pip3. What is it, guys? XLWT. That was the earlier model which was used for doing any operation. See, it is installed. And XWRD, XLRD. See, this is also model. So whenever you are installing any Python model, you have to use the command pip3 install and specify it. So let me do this. Let me copy this whole stuff and then I'll paste it in the documentation here. So how to install the Python model. So for that, firstly, so firstly install the pip3 package. So for do that, you have to run two commands. Guys, what are those commands? Sudo apt update and sudo apt install Python 3. These are the two commands you have to install. You have to run it. When it comes to Ubuntu, this and this. Here, guys. So once you have completed it, then you need to install any means you need to run this pip3 install and specify this. Clear? So guys, what we will do here today, we have just seen what exactly a model is all about. Okay. In tomorrow's next sessions, what I'll be doing, I'll be explaining about like, for example, like many more things on the Python models I'll be explaining. And there are something like a platform models are there. There is something like a sys model is there. OS models are there. This and all I will be discussing in our next session. So next 1 hour, I'll be completely focusing on covering all these models actually. Once you're perfect in these models, once we understand what it's all about, then we start learning about the Python programming. So we'll start writing a small Python scripts by using all those conditional statements, if condition, for loop, while loop, everything we need to learn. So in the next upcoming sessions, like 5 to 6 sessions, right, we'll be learning now like how to write a code and how to write it. Suppose there's a problem statement comes. And you said, Rajesh, I want to start writing a code in for that. So how to do that, we will see in the next section onwards. Is it clear, guys? Till here?
Yeah, yes, right.
Good. So I hope that you enjoyed today's
Okay.
session. You understood, right?
Yeah, yes, right.
Okay, guys. So I don't think I'll stop the session now. Let me stop the recording.